Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody who is feeling a bit freaked out, feeling a bit stressed, or maybe even restless. And that's because despite all of their efforts, they're worried that they are about to get caught. They've been tiptoeing around or trying to, distract and deceive. But whatever they've been trying to avoid getting caught for, it's now like right in front of their face. They can't avoid it anymore. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. You can also find out how to get one of the candles that I make on Etsy by checking out the description box. Hello, April. How are we doing today? Let's see what else we've got. We're going to start with the Cat's Eye Tarot. What else do we have? It definitely does sound spicy, doesn't it? What are they sneaking around for? Ten of Pentacles, Two of Cups in the reverse, and the Five of Wands. So this feels to me like a bit of a family affair or some falling out between people who are potentially related. Or there could be like a divorce court situation. But the Ten of Pentacles is family, and there is an issue happening between people who are considered to be family. Two Cups in the reverse would be like a breakup or an argument, that emotional discord. And the Five of Wands makes it pretty clear we got an argument. Things are not happy or peaceful or blissful. And I'm doing well, thank you. Three of Cups in the reverse. Okay. Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so what we're trying to prevent from people figuring out is that there is a secondary relationship. Queen of Cups in the reverse, Nine of Wands. I don't want anyone to find out that I've been out here for the streets. I don't want anyone to know that I have a dating app account. I don't want anyone to know that I've been, having naked time with that person down the street. Page of Swords in the reverse. So how do I avoid people figuring out what I'm doing? How do I cover up my tracks? Yes, I agree, April. If you have to sneak around, it's just not going to be peaceful. So we have the Five of Swords, Six of Cups in the reverse, and the Chariot. Now, this is probably the cutest version of the Chariot that I have with this adorable little kitty cat, but it's a cat stuck in a tree with some lace. Wait, no, that's a feather. That's a feather. This is like, oh, I'm the cat who ate the canary, and you caught me red-handed. Ay. Yeah, so there's anger and defensiveness because you have figured out their secret. And, oftentimes if someone accuses you of doing something that you haven't actually done, or they ask you, are you doing this? The people who are the loudest and the most defensive, it's hard for me to view that as the act of an innocent person. I think that if you are asked if you're doing something and you haven't done it, yes, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to be offended. But I think the people who doth protest too much are the people who are actually guilty of it, right? Hello, Lemonade. How are we doing today? What else do we have? Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords. Hiding a betrayal. I don't want you to know what I've been up to. I don't want you to know who I've been talking to or who I've been spending time with. But the Seven of Wands is in the reverse because this is somebody who doesn't have an appropriate line of defense here. In other words, they're going to get caught. If they haven't already, they're going to get caught. And in a way that is difficult for them to talk around, you know? Hello, Hannah. Hello, James. How are we doing? Hello, Slika. I don't know if I'm saying that right. The topic of today's message is someone who doesn't want to get caught cheating. Someone who doesn't want to get caught and lose their relationship. But it feels to me like they are, in fact, getting caught. So there's definitely some secretive behavior, you know, tiptoeing around and pretending that they have been loyal to their partner, but the reality is that they have not been loyal. Oh, I hope things get better for you, Lemonade. Yeah, I don't think he was spazzing out. Oh, it's nice and sunny for you? Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it's decent weather here today, too. I think I'm going to have to get out for a little walk. So we have the bouquet, which is number 9. I think there is a gift, a romantic gift that ends up making clear what this person has tried to keep secret. This is the Santa Muerte Tarot. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, Hannah, I spent most of my life in Minneapolis, which I would not say is not sunny. People don't realize that Minneapolis can get actually really hot in the summer. I would argue that there were summers that were hotter in Minneapolis than the ones that I've experienced down here in the South. But that being said, I don't miss the extreme cold that it deals with. Thank you, Danny. Hello, Crash Out. No, but I can see why you would think that. It's a similar shape. These, my friend, are tarot cards. See? But I wish I was that cool. Guitar pedals would probably not help me very much on my channel, though. Hello, Rachel. How are you doing? What else do we have? 3 of Swords in the reverse. Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Wands in the reverse. Oh, no, of course I don't think that person's hot. There's no way I would want to be naked with that person. Ew. No, definitely not. Not interested. We have pretending to not be interested in someone. That's just, no, I definitely don't think that person's attractive. What are you talking about? I think there is a blunt question being asked of this individual. The Chariot. Is that what we really want to call you? I think we're going to call him the Chariot. The Chariot was the, you know, the cat who was caught eating a bird. We've got someone who's trying to say, no, I definitely don't think that that person's attractive. I would never, ever, ever want to be naked with that person. What are you talking about? They're lying. They're super into that person. Yeah, see, that's the thing is, I've found there to be some really delightful people in cold climates. Nothing against the South. There's definitely some kindness down here too, but I think the most hospitable people that I've ever encountered were the Norwegians. So if that says anything, then I think the colder climates are where the nicer people are. So we have the Hierophant in the reverse and the Nine of Cups. Ooh, sorry, Six of Cups in the reverse and the Page of Swords. Yeah. I don't want to use, I don't want the truth to come out because I don't want to lose my relationship. And then someone's like, which one? Are you talking about the long-term relationship that you've been in but decided to not respect when you created a new relationship or pursued something else, right? I hope you get a really tasty bacon cheeseburger to make up for it. Lemonade. I'm sorry you're going through that. Did I say hello to Steve? It's a little bit of a paradox, Hannah, because I would also, like, in the same breath as saying that the nicest people that I've encountered tend to be in colder climates, I would also tell you that trying to make friends in Minnesota when you're, like, I don't know, in your 30s, impossible because of the passive aggressive. Like, yeah, we should totally hang out. Leave me alone. It's not always easy to like break into the social communities, in my opinion. Unless maybe you bring beer. Maybe if you bring beer or like a casserole dish, then you can make friends. Thank you for the sparkles, Shane. How are you doing? Hello, Luke. I do personal questions after the general reading with priority to those who tip or donate. That's fair, Lemonade. I hope that Rachel has one in her future. Hello, Matt. You can donate. I mean, I suppose the most common is probably about $5 for a question. But I also do long form personal readings that start at $40 USD, and you can email me about that. The email is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. That makes sense, Hannah. So we've got the Three of Cups. I don't like it, but yeah, that's where we're at. Unfaithful to their relationship, hoping that they can hide that, not wanting to, deal with the consequences or the fallout of their choices, hoping that they can fool friends or family or, not get caught by some third party. Seven of Wands in the reverse, but they keep doing things that put them in a precarious situation. Two of Cups is in the reverse. I think they're headed for a breakup. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This feels to me like there's a receipt. You bought something for someone else and you can't explain it. Or you went to a show or you had a hotel room and you can't explain why that's on your credit card bill. There is money spent on the additional relationship that ends up leading to them getting caught. And I think we know that Lemonade likes his steak the way it should be done. Did we already talk about that? I feel like we already tried to judge everybody for how they get their steak cooked. Oh, I know, Matt. But we all gotta eat, right? The High Priestess, Five of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this long-term relationship is at risk because the secret is no longer going to be secret. With the Five of Cups, we have a skeleton with like the maze brain. There's someone here who's working out the the formula in their mind. There's someone here who is observing or seeing what's going on and saying, I think that person's cheating. I think that person is actually hanging out with so-and-so, or I think that person's on a dating app. We have the Devil in the reverse and the Four of Wands in the reverse. Someone who is not tied to the situation, someone who does not gain or lose anything, is observing and saying, I think that person's cheating. I think that person's marriage is about to end, or their relationship is about to end, because they don't seem to really be prioritizing that relationship. Steve knows what I'm talking about. Rachel's in on it too. Hello, Mavasser. Yep. Hello, Joaquin. How are you doing? Okay, Mavasser. This is the Pulp Tarot. What else do we have? I knew it. By the way, Lemonade, I'm doing your monthly poll today. Yeah, I don't really know what that is either. Is it like, no, I probably shouldn't say that. Is it inappropriate? I'll keep it to myself. Okay, I'm over it. I don't know what you on, Mavasser, but you're not sharing, so we're just gonna block you. You can come back tomorrow, but you can try it then. See, I think the most redeeming element of a conversation is when it is interactive and there's a give and a take and people that are involved in that conversation with you. Hello, Lily. Thank you for the bouquet. That's so sweet of you. Hello, Shane. How are you doing? So we've got the Nine of Cups in the reverse and the Devil. Giving in to temptation, being selfish. But it was an offer that should have been rejected. And now we have someone who's anxious and nervous because they feel like they might have, I don't know, maybe they have to move. Maybe they have to make a significant amount of change to their current living situation if they get caught, right? Not too much. We've got the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's information that it's catching like wildfire. So maybe there's something that was said on social media. Maybe there's gossip that's spreading at workplace. But all of a sudden, what had been secret or just kind of like a little bit of like a hush-hush, now all of a sudden everybody's really just talking about it. It's like out in the open. Okay, so it looks like so-and-so was sleeping at this person's house. That's weird, right? Because aren't they in a relationship with another person? Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Rachel. I saw your email. I didn't respond. That's my bad. But I was kind of hoping that that's how it was going to go. Magician, Page of Swords, Ten of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah. We have a witness, folks. We have someone who has overheard a conversation or someone who has seen a screenshot, maybe even a witness as far as like, oh, I saw them coming out the house, or I saw them like actually together in an inappropriate embrace. It was you with the candlestick in the library. Like, we got you. You can't change it. So they're caught. They're desperate now because they've been trying to avoid this for a long time, and now the information's out there. That's good. Yeah, sometimes those face-to-face conversations can do wonders. What else? yin-yang balance, yields, patience, and not relationships. So because there is someone who has not been prioritizing their relationship or who has not been loyal or faithful in their relationship, the individual that they are in that relationship with is wondering, like, what am I actually getting out of this connection? And do I need to reconsider being associated with this person? Because I don't feel like I can trust them. And if you don't have trust, what do you really have with that person, you know? So we have feather, messages, and divine guidance. We could have someone who texts an inappropriate message to the wrong number. We could have someone who is sending those inappropriate messages in a place where another person's able to see them. But the divine guidance element here is that someone is messing up their communications because it's time for them to get caught, because it's time for them to stop playing games, because, you know, their luck has run out. It is, isn't it, James? It's a fun time of year, seeing all the like green come up, all the flowers start sprouting. I wish I could plant a garden. Sad, broken, feeling alone, receipts, proof, show me, and crickets, silence, non-action. So you know how sometimes people get really mad and they say that's not true, and then you show them like a little bit of evidence and then they shut right up? All of a sudden we have someone who gets real quiet when you present them with some receipt or some proof. So you were trying to tell me that you were all on your own or there was no problem, and people are being so unfair by saying that you're out here being unfaithful. But now that I've shown you some sort of evidence or like pointed to the GPS on your phone or the screenshot that someone just sent me, now all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, okay, hold on, baby, let's think about this real quick. There's someone who's trying to get very romantic and love bomby because they're not sure how to handle the fact that you've got your hands on some sort of confirmation or proof that they were with someone else, that they took a little adventure, or that they had some, you know, date-like activity. And they're trying to figure out how to justify what you've got, how to justify or talk around whatever proof you have that they've actually been dating someone else. What is the purpose of a stink bug? Ugh. I don't know, man. The universe says to go in the trash. Look, hey Marcus, how are you? I think we have someone who had a past person pop up. Someone that they had previously rejected, or someone who had previously rejected them and was like, hey, why don't we have like a little bit of fun? You know, someone's out of town, or you're visiting me, or we just happen to run into each other. You know, why not? They should have said no, but they did not. Not a good choice. How's it going, Marcus? Will I get my truck bed cover done before Saturday? I sure hope so. And one other person a free question. Absolutely. Thank you, Marcus. I've added that to you, or to the list. Hello, Vaccinator. How are you doing? Hello, gorgeous. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Cosmic. That's funny, Rachel. Hello, Twin. How are you doing? I hope not. So we're at just about at 25 minutes, and in about 10 minutes, I'll do the personal questions, by the way, and I'll keep my eyes peeled, looking for a good one for that freebie that Marcus paid for. Hello, Graham. How are you doing? All right, let's get some, yeah, we need some Overthinkers Oracle because this person is just like doing too much. What else do we have? They were a downgrade. Okay, so they're feeling a little bit silly because the person they cheated on you with was not worth it in their book. I'm afraid to commit. They're nervous about being fully committed in a connection because they feel like they would get abandoned. I didn't comprehend what this connection was until it was too late. Oh, thank you for the flowers, Tango. And we've got, I keep thinking about the first time we made love. Getting all romantic after things have already kind of popped off or gotten a little bit crazy, out of hand. Now they want to be romantic with you. Thank you, James. Will I finally go to the sphere at the end of the month? Ooh, I hope so. Go to sphere at end of month. And who will be mad I went? That's actually kind of an awesome question. I might be a little bit jelly, but I don't know if I'd be mad. Oh, of course. Hello, Key Controller. How are you doing? What else do we have? I'm addicted to your energy. I mean, it's kind of your fault, really, for being so awesome. If you weren't this awesome, people wouldn't get addicted to you and then get heartbroken and then fumble it and then come back around and then do it all over again. I'm mostly kidding. But, you know, sometimes there's downsides to being awesome, which is that it creates this vacuum of other people around you not being as awesome. We've got multiple trolls, okay? Multiple trolls in the social community that made it extra interesting for this person. Now, I do feel like there's good players and bad players, okay? So there were some trolls here that made things more complicated for your connection, but I also feel like there are some people here who were very helpful or instrumental in making sure you understood what was really going on and, you know, that you weren't going crazy. So we have You Can't Stop Fate. I dream about making things right between us and you loving me again. I wish I had chosen you. So they're regretting stepping out on the relationship. They see you as an earth angel, but they feel like they have this pattern of sabotaging because they have dark attachments or because there are energies they need to deal with within them. They have so many regrets. I don't think they believe there's a chance to make things right here. I think they're pretty certain you're over it. This is the Love Oracle. So do you have someone fun to bring? I hope you do. Did I say hello to Balin? Hello, Balin. What else do we have? Pride, arrogance, ego, stubborn, and fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, and fantasize. So because they ended up making decisions based on their lustful needs, lustful desires, because they got caught up in their fantasies, this is somebody who has lost out on a reality that actually made them pretty happy. So, you know, they're having to deal with the fallout of that. I don't think the confession went very smoothly. I think we had some breadcrumbing or someone who, you know, admitted a little bit at a time or still wanted to cling to a lie. But the truth is that you knew what was going on and you were ready to move forward. With family being called out here, I do feel like there's a sibling, brother or sister, who notified or validated what was going on. Maybe even provided the receipts or the proof. Confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure, and conflict, clashing, differences, and compatibility. Well, incompatibility. So now that I've got this confirmation, now that I have these receipts, now that I know what's been going on, it seems kind of silly for me to want to stay in this connection. So maybe it's time for me to walk away. Maybe it's time for me to recognize that I would be better off on my own, where I don't have to be constantly questioning whether or not I could actually trust this person. That's true. Thank you, Bobby. So we've got chasing, pursuit, toxicity, resilience, and lusting, forbidden, non-committal sexual energy. So I think it's pretty clear that you're over this connection, that you are dealing with a significant other that didn't want to be trustworthy, didn't want to be loyal. And considering you offered up that loyal energy, you deserve better than what this person has to offer. So don't give in. If they try to convince you to give them another chance, at the very least, I would ask that you have them take some time to heal before you give them that chance. Because what are we going to do differently if you haven't made any changes? It's just going to play out the same way, right? Hello, Dee. How are you doing? So let's switch over to those personal questions. We've got Marcus and James and a freebie. So for Marcus, we've got, will the truck bed cover finally be done by Saturday? Yes. Like maybe at the last minute, but yes. Why the 10 of Cups in the reverse? Yeah, I don't know if they have someone like call out sick that day or what, but it seems like they're shorthanded and it's difficult, but they pull it off. With the Queen of Wands in the reverse, I do feel like there's some tension in the garage that day. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, I don't know. I guess there's some dudes that are acting like that's what's coming through. There's like whiny little energy coming through. And that puts a little bit of risk on it getting done on Saturday or before Saturday or by Saturday, but they do end up figuring it out. It's just a little bit of like, guess we're gonna act like we're 17, you know? Some immature people working there. But yes, you will get it. Hello, Mark. Thank you for the tip. Let me add that for you. Should I carry on with my cosmic clocks and mannequin lamps? Let me add that for you. Cosmic clocks. I will get to that shortly. Let's see, we've got James up next. This is the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. Oh, of course. I would be mad too. Hello, Dee. How are you doing? Hello, Hog. What's up? D. Miller for the freebie. I got you. All right. So for James, we've got, will I finally go to the sphere at the end of the month? This is saying no. There's something that gets in the way. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Justice in the reverse. There's a decision that you end up making to do something else, and it's like, I don't want to, but I guess I have to. You feel kind of like strong-armed, or like you don't have a choice. So when you normally would have gone, I feel like you have to cancel or you back out. You do something different. There's an obstacle or some unexpected issue. But this works out in your favor. Because I feel like the person you want to go with is not available, or things are like not on the right terms with that person. So will it be beginning of next month? Yes. Or first half of April. And the delay means the person you expect to be mad is not going to be mad. So timing, I think, might actually kind of work in your favor. Will there still be someone who's mad? Yes, but I don't think you care as much. Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. A delay in your ability to go works out in your favor and ends up being a better situation for you, and also means that there's someone who's not mad. Thank you, Carla. How we doing today? Does DL have feelings for me? I'm going to do the freebie from Marcus's question for D right now, and then we'll dive back into the questions for Mark and then for Carla. So D. Miller, if you're out there, I'm going to pull a few cards for you from the Marigold Tarot. Hello, Albert. How are you doing? Let me write that last part down. Advice. What else do we have? I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. So for D, we've got the Six of Cups, the Queen of Rings or the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands, Death in the reverse, High Priestess in the reverse. D, there's a connection with someone here, a close friend or a family member. This is someone who has your back. This is someone who wants to see you happy and would, you know, give you the shirt off their back if you needed it. There's an opportunity coming towards you, and this person can help you with it. It's like, maybe you have an argument with them. Maybe it's just like a little bit strange between the two of you, but you have this opportunity to do something amazing, and you need to help or get help from this person or get their input from this person because they understand something about it that you don't. It's like you have an argument with your best friend who's obsessed with Star Trek, and you win some sort of like tickets to a Star Trek event, and you're like, man, I feel like I should take you. There's something here where you have an opportunity to do something amazing that you want to do anyways or entertaining, but it's also timed perfectly to bring you back together with someone or to offer the like perfect venue for you to reconnect. So take advantage of it. Invite this person, or, you know, buy them a ticket, or, you know, go to the event because it enables you to fix this problem. Otherwise, with the Seven of Swords, if you decide, never mind, I don't think I'll talk to that person, there's an opportunity that you end up missing out on. And I would like you to not miss out on the opportunity. Hello, mister. What's up? All right, this is the gold foil tarot. Let's see what we've got for Mark. Should I carry on with my cosmic clocks and mannequin lamps? Mark wants to know, should I carry on with my cosmic clocks and mannequin lamps? No, there's an opportunity that is better suited to you that you are missing, or that you might miss. It's like it's time for you to get off the boat. I'm seeing it as like, you know, those rides where it's automated. I'm thinking of like the ski lift thingy at the Minnesota State Fair, where it doesn't stop. They exit the ride and you have to climb into that seat while it's still moving slowly around, you know? This is saying there is an opportunity for you to get off of that boat, get off of that situation, change your situation. But you have to do it in the time provided. You can't be like deciding to do it after the ride has already gone back up to like 80 feet off the ground. You know what I mean? So we have Queen of Swords and Emperor in the reverse. You have this expertise to help somebody who does not have control over a situation. It's like you're the Marie Kondo that happens to be in the right place at the right time around some millionaire who needs to organize their 3 mansions. You have a skill set that is perfectly matched to what somebody around you really needs. And there's a risk here that you forego that connection or that opportunity. And that would not be as good for you financially. The stability is better if you go for this new thing. Hello, B. How are you doing? Oh, that's awesome, Rachel. I do too, Valen. It's very helpful. Mark, I hope that works or provides some helpful guidance for you. And let's see what we've got for Carla. This is the Meta Muse. You're welcome, Mark. Totally fair, Rachel. All right, so for Carla, we need to know, does DL have feelings for Carla? No. How do I say this? This is someone who's friendly and charming. And this is also someone who expects to be like kind of adored, or it's like I expect people to be enamored of me. So I think this is someone who it's kind of more so looking like they have a crush on themselves or they really like themselves. Not to say that you're not amazing. It's just, it's kind of like they look at themselves in the reflection of your eyeballs, right? Like, dang, I look so good. Okay. So it's kind of like they're campaigning for you to have a crush on them because they expect people to have a crush on them. But this isn't a serious human. This is someone who puts way too much focus on the superficial. And I also feel like this is someone who has communication issues. So even if they give the wrong idea, they don't really know how to fix it. Yeah. I would say be cautious, listen to your intuition, because it's going to tell you to probably stay away from this person or not get too close to them. Thank you, Lemonade. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping if you're able to. And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.